How's it going out there, everyone? W.F.S. here with a question for you today. When you think of sitcoms, what crosses your mind? You know, the sitcoms, those shows that we expect to entertain us and make us laugh? But why, on a channel that's mostly dedicated to talking about science fiction and Star Trek, are we talking about sitcoms? Star Trek live action comedy series gets an update from the Lower Deck star. Which legacy actors might appear? Okay, so Tawny Newsome is responsible for this fantastic idea for turning Star Trek into a sitcom. And from what I'm understanding so far, it's moving along. It sounds like some of the executives over there at Paramount have given this thing a green light, at least the idea of scripting it and seeing what progresses from it.
No! It is wrong. It is wrong!
But let's be honest about this. Lower Decks was an animated, I guess it was a comedy. There were moments when I thought I was laughing, but then for the most part, I kind of felt that this show was insulting. But now they want to turn it into a sitcom. What the hell are they doing? Why? Star Trek's barely hanging in there, and they want to do this crap? Maybe someone can explain this to me, but how in the hell does turning a classic sci-fi adventure, how does turning it into a sitcom help this thing? It used to be a respectable multi-million dollar franchise, or should I say billion-dollar franchise, and now it's just become a shadow of itself, and the only thing that these geniuses seem to come up with these days is making fun of it and tearing it apart. So apparently part of Newsome's idea here is to keep this story inside the 25th century. And here's the part that bugs the living hell out of me. When asked if that meant characters from Star Trek Picard could be in the new show, she said, yeah. So anyone who was on Picard could theoretically be in it, yeah. My goal is that all of these lovely people, all of our legacy actors, everyone who currently is on a show, I want people to be able to show up with their real faces where they don't have to do some insane De Niro, the Irishman, Expanse AI to their face. Did you get that? They want to bring or possibly bring characters from shows like Picard into this sitcom. This just sounds like such a terrible idea. My question in all of this, with Paramount desperately seeking a merger with Skydance because they owe $15 billion, is this really the genius idea? Is this what you're backing to help save your company? Are you so desperate for scripts? My God, you got Starfleet Academy coming. Again, another show that nobody wants to watch because it's based off of Star Trek Discovery in the 32nd century. We've got the third season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and now they're talking about this Star Trek sitcom. Enough already. I'm sorry if I sound so negative about this, but when I think of what Star Trek was and what it has become, it just brings a tear to my eye. Something so amazing has been torn down, and it's just such a damn shame. I still think there's life in Star Trek, although it is hanging on by a thread. With the right people and the right scripts, Star Trek can become the amazing thing it once was. But we got to get past all this political correct BS and stop trying to bleed everything we can from it. As long as they continue to sponge off of the good name of Star Trek and come up with terrible ideas like a Star Trek sitcom, I just don't see a bright future right now. I know we will come through this tunnel, but I just don't see this idea of a Star Trek sitcom working. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments, so please drop them below and let me know. And until the next time, my friends, God bless.